Hey guys, I'm Eliza from Dusk Reads and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be announcing round 2 of TBR Jar ReadAthon.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
So I held TBR Jar ReadAthon a couple months back and for me it was a pretty good success. And I wanted to hold a round 2. Originally we were going to do it in October, but I've decided since there's not many readathons that are really interesting me in September that I'll hold it in September. So that way I've got some readathon to do during the month of September. So I also put a vote up on Twitter asking what dates you guys would prefer. I just did the first and the second week of September, as the third and the last week of September wouldn't work for me personally, as those 2 weekends I have pretty full because the third week of September is my best mate's 21st and the last week I'll be at the Lights on the Hill Trucking Memorial, so I'll be away for both full weekends, so I won't be able to do it. So we ended up putting up a vote for the first 2 weekends and the second week ended up winning. So the dates for this round will be the 8th of September to the 14th of September. Now this readathon goes from midnight in your time zone to midnight in your time zone on those dates. So there's not a specific time you have to start, just midnight wherever you are.
Finding life along the way.
So first I'll just go over the basics on how this readathon runs if you haven't done it before. Basically I have 4 steps and this is the easiest way to know how to complete it. First, pick a goal. So this can be I want to read 7 books in this week, or I want to read 3 books in this week. Whatever it is, pick a goal for yourself to achieve during this week. The second step, find a cup or a jar or a jug or a hat, something that is going to fit the names of your books in it. Moving on, so step 3, you have 3 options. So your first option is to put the name of every audiobook, physical book, ebook that you own into a jar. The second option is to put the books that you are most looking forward to in the jar. This can also count for if you were doing another challenge, like say, for example, with August. There's ARC August going on, so if we were doing it in August, you'd be able to put all your ARCs in there. So if there's another challenge that you're doing at the same time, feel free to only put those books in there, that is fine. Option 3 is what I do, and for this one I choose 2 jars, one for my physical and ebooks and one for my audiobooks. I'm someone that listens to a lot of audiobooks, but I also listen to them at the same time as ebooks. I don't like finish, not ebooks, physical books. I don't like finish a physical book and then start an audiobook and finish it and then go back, you know what I mean? I listen to them both at the same time. So for TBR Jar ReadAthon, I want to be able to pick out both and not have to wait for, like, you know, the next audiobook to come out. So for this one you can use 2 jars and just pick as you go for like either physical ebook or audiobook. Now the last step is to pick a name out of your jar. Now you can either do this right now, like as soon as you decide to do the readathon, you can go write all your names down, pick your goal and pick out your 5 books or whatever your goal is. Or you can do it as you go, which is what I do. So like I pick my first book and then once I finish that, I pick my next book. Once I finish that, I pick my next book. Basically this readathon is very customizable. As long as you are putting names in a jar and pulling them out and reading that book, you're doing this readathon. How you do it is completely up to you. So just some other little extra information. First off, if you're posting on social media, use the hashtag, that way I can see everything that's going on. I'll put the hashtag on the screen, but it's TBR Jar RAT, which is readathon. So yeah, if you're posting on social media, make sure you use that so that way I can see what all you guys are doing. Yes, that kind of does sound like a stalker. So the next question I might get is about series. So me personally, I have books on my TBR that, like I have full trilogies on my TBR that I haven't started the first one yet, but I just happened to buy all 3 at the one time. I don't know. So there's 3 ways you can go about doing series in the TBR jar. The first option is to put the first book in the series in there and don't worry about the rest of the series. The second option is to put the first one in, and if that first one comes out, then afterwards you put the name of the second one in the jar to possibly be pulled out. And the last option is to put the entire series in there. So say you have the full series, or the full trilogy, the full duology of anything on your shelf. If you pull that series out of the jar, you've got to try and read all of that series in the readathon. So I think that's all the information you need to know about the readathon itself. Additionally, this round we will be having Instagram challenges. I can't speak today. This is my second video filming and I still can't put my words right. So yes, there will be Instagram challenges, and I have created a TBR Jar ReadAthon Instagram. I'll put the username here, but I'll also link everything you need to know down below. The ReadAthon challenges will be up within the next 24 hours of this video going live, so you don't have to wait too long for them to go up. I'll do them pretty soon and put them straight up on the Instagram. I also have a Twitter account for the TBR Jar ReadAthon. I'll also leave that link below, but it is also this username. And yeah, if you want to follow us on Twitter, that is fine. Or if you want to follow on Instagram, that's fine. I made both that way because a lot of people have a preference. They either like Twitter or like Instagram. I will be hosting Twitter sprints throughout the ReadAthon at random times, generally when I'm awake, because there's only one of me and I'm Australian and I'm a different time zone for most of the majority of the people that participate, as most of you guys are usually from the US or the UK. It always ends up that way. I'm usually the only Aussie around. So my last announcement for this readathon is there is a giveaway again. So this time the giveaway is bigger and better. We have 2 winners this time. So the first winner will get a pre-order of any book that it releases for the rest of 2018 up to the dollar value of 20 AUD. So yeah, any book that comes out between the when I contact you and the end of 2018, so December, whatever the last date is. How many days are in that month? I don't know. But yeah, end of December, you can choose any of those books and I will pre-order it for you. The second winner will just get a book for up to the value of 20 Australian dollars. So not a pre-order, just any book that is already released by the time I contact you, you will get that book if you win. So first, there are rules. We have 5 rules. First, you must participate in the readathon to enter. Pretty simple one, okay? The second rule is Book Depository must ship to you. The third rule is you must be 18 years or older or have parental permission to give me your address. The third, this not necessarily is a rule, but entries close on the 21st of September at 11:59 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you're Australian, you will get exactly 3 days to enter, but if you're any other country, you'll get a 2 and a bit days to enter. And then the last step is you must follow all the steps on the how to enter section. So I'll leave all this information below, but how to enter is you have to post a wrap up after the readathon is finished online using the hashtag this. It'll also be down below, so don't worry. So what entries count is if you post on Twitter, Instagram or Litzy using that hashtag. You can link to a blog post or a YouTube video if you wish, but I can't go and search those as easily as I can just searching the hashtag on Instagram, Twitter and Litzy. So for that reason, you must post on one of those 3 accounts and I will search the hashtags when the entries close, and everyone who has an entry in there will go in the draw to win. So yeah, the reason I've not allowed blogs is there's just so many blogging sites. Like there's WordPress, there's Blogger, there's Tumblr, there's probably ones I don't know about, so there might be a chance that I'm going to miss your entry. So for that reason, I'm just using those 3 main ones, so that way I can easily find your entry just by simply searching that hashtag. And then the second rule in how to enter kinda is it must be a public account. If I can't see it, then I can't enter you into the giveaway. So no private accounts, or if your account is private, make it public for those couple days or around that time when the entries close, so that way I can see it. So yeah, I think that's all you guys need to know about the readathon, the Instagram challenges and the giveaway. And that's basically it. So yeah, make sure you let me know in the comments or on Twitter or wherever you are if you're planning on participating. I also may have an extra bonus giveaway for Instagram users. So if you're going to participate in the Instagram challenges, or if you're like debating it, I highly recommend doing it because there might be a giveaway just for the people who enter the Instagram challenges. So yeah, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the